Mike Gill, State of Corruption. We are in the ninth inning, the bottom of the ninth inning. They cannot allow me to keep going forwards and uncovering the criminality and showing it to you. I am telling you, I'm going to paint you a picture of utter desperation on their part. The problem with the desperate is, the desperate do desperate things. And what we've got to do is catch them right here and now. What I'm going to give you in Brentwood is Judge Anderson, Francois, and Judge Delker. I'm also going to bring you Alex Walker, Divine Millimat, Shaheen and Gordon, Bill Shaheen, and Steve Gordon, and your drug dealers in this state. We've got them all in one courtroom. One courtroom. All right? So let me give you an analysis. If you understand that this means we have them. From here, I'm going to the Attorney General's office in Washington and giving this to them directly and with the assistance of President Trump. That's right. And these assholes know that too, which is why this has to end one way or the other. Right. Something is going to end this. Let me explain to you why, so you'll see it yourself. And you'll see the method of what we've come down to catching these people. All right, let me give you a vision here. Brentwood Courthouse. Okay? We are in there now with Judge Delker. Delker is the cover judge. He's from the AG's office. Okay? The AG's office has been the cover team. So now Delker takes Shaheen and Gordon and allows them to represent the drug dealers, even though Shaheen and Gordon, again, were my attorneys. Outrageous? Well, he also gets Walker last week. My two attorneys, Walker and Bill Shaheen, my law firms, Shaheen and Gordon and Divine Millimat, were all in the same Delker courtroom together. And what's the chances of that happening are? It's impossible. Now let me tell you how this worked. Delker is the cover team. He is from the AG's office. Let's not forget, Rosenberg, the partner at Shaheen and Gordon, is also his best buddy from the AG's office. Okay? So let's start this. Let's look at this. Alex Walker and Bill Shaheen. What did I accuse them of? Fraud my divorce. Because they were trying to leverage my silence with FRM, which is now with Judge Francois in Brentwood. You know, the guy who put me in jail for 10 days covering up the criminality in the divorce. They're only up to about $6 million. OJ's trial cost less money. But it is the cover. It was to get them out of statutes of limitations, like I told you. Who out of statutes of limitations? Alex Walker and Bill Shaheen. What a coincidence. Now, the other judge I'm working with is a Judge Anderson there. Now, Anderson's only leveraging me on, you ready? The DRA, criminally, from Richard Head, from the AG's office. The banking, criminally, from AG's office and Richard Head, right? Wiggins and Norrie, which was the case that Walker was defending. Extortion. And even a septic, and he closed down when I sued Sarah to turn around and have her come forwards. So Anderson, now, I've got a hearing tomorrow. Show cause. If I don't let him into the business, they'll throw me in jail again. The reason why they're going into the business is seeing the level of extortion that they have to commit to break mortgage specialists and state of corruption. We can't get a judge anywhere in this fucking state, right? But we wind up on the desk of Anderson 5 straight times. And Delker just turned around and get the Walker case. Now, let's not forget, Griner, Anagos, and Cruz, your asshole drug dealers and launderers, right? We're all in the same courtroom. They're covering for them. Shaheen and Gordon do business with them. So doesn't Walker with the covering of the hospitals. Who do you think just dumped all the drugs? The hospital. Again, Walker. All again in the same courtroom. Shaheen and Gordon and Walker were on the IRS. Who are they leveraging me with? Still that. They were on the Department of Revenue, both of them. Who were they leveraging me on? Still that. They were on the divorce. Who am I getting leverage from? Still that. All in the same fucking courtroom. Right? What is the possibilities? Remember, the way in is the way out. I've collected these assholes into a little box. If this is investigated, and I'm taking this to the AG's office and Mr. Trump to see that it is, these guys not only go to jail, but let's look what it gets us. The IRS. Now listen, let's keep going now. All my leverage pieces in that courtroom. Let's go back to the list. You know, the list that turned around and offered me $50 fucking million to shut my mouth. Here it is here, and I remind you it's signed, again, by Robert Curley, right? Who was representing Morris Mahoney, who was covering for all these people. So it's real. In writing. Signed. So let's take a look who's on our list. Well, Bill Shaheen's on the list. Right. Alex Walker's on the list. There he is here. So let's go back to court. Walker wants a release. Check. Bill Shaheen wants a release. Check. Divine Millimat wants a release. Check. Here's Bill Shaheen, by the way. Right? We're all in the courtroom. They just offered me a settlement offer, and we're all back here again. Let me see who else is in the courtroom. Divine Millimat, they asked for a release. Wiggins and Norrie, the thing that Anderson's leveraging me with, and for tomorrow, they offered me a fucking release. Right. IRS release. They're in that courtroom. New Hampshire Banking Department and Commission, they're both in that courtroom. That's Walker and Shaheen. Remember the FRM scam? I earn money through banking and I have a banking license. This is what they're leveraging me with. Do you find that every piece that I just said, the people responsible for leveraging it are in court with me? My attorneys representing Walker and Bill Shaheen with the drug dealers. The reason why Shaheen and Gordon had to come up is to protect these bastards. That is the big payoff. It's the federal money that Shaheen gets, Aganos. It's Cruz and Griner with the banking. Why do you think the Banking Commission turned around and said that we don't have to audit these people anymore? Because it is corrupt and it is laundering, and their problem is putting away all the drug money they earned. The important thing that you have to understand here and now is this can't go any further. They're going to press me and put me out of business, and I'm going to run to the AG's office and Trump and see if we can't put these assholes in jail. You're only going to get your AG's office. You're going to get your banking commissioners. You're going to get your drug dealers. You're going to get your hospitals and the corruption in the hospitals with Walker. Why do you think Walker's there? Right? To protect the drug dealers from the hospitals. To show you where do you think it came out? Understand what we can get here from what's inside this courtroom. You get the corruption through the judges, through the courts. I mean, IRS, Department of Revenue, everything we're looking at, the size and the depth of the corruption in the state is on the scale right now. So when you see this video, I want you to say, I want this investigated, as you have on these other videos. We've got thousands of people coming forwards. I want to bring this forward with me to the AG and to Mr. Trump. Which you notice he said yesterday the New Hampshire voting was corrupted, just as I said it was. Okay, we're going to have a follow-up video. Let's hope it's not me going to jail. But I'm not ruling it out. And listen, if something happens to me, I didn't commit suicide, and I'm feeling good. Mike Gill, State of Corruption.